True crime cowboy. True crime cowboy.
Happy Saturday. Yeah, it's 4:40 in the morning. I woke up, couldn't go back to sleep. Oh, I need to adjust my chair. There we go. And I'm just having my first cup of coffee, so right. I'm probably going to do a lot of things this morning that are going to annoy people because people are saying, you shouldn't do this on camera. You shouldn't do this on camera. You shouldn't. So, do you remember what I said last video that if you tell me I can't do something or not to do something, and I think my hat's weird here. There we go. I want it square on my head. This is my favorite hat, by the way. I love this thing. It is so comfortable. Where was I? Oh, yeah. People are always telling me I shouldn't do stuff. So you know what I said last video, that if you tell me I can't do something or tell me to do something, I will do the exact opposite. I'm actually in a good mood this morning, though, even though it's 4:30 in the morning. Or actually, it's 4:40 in the morning. Woke up, couldn't go back to sleep. I don't know if I said that already, because I'm not awake yet, so I have an excuse. 17 degrees. It's bikini weather. Ooh, that's too cold, man. And it's way too cold for this time of year normally. So I hope that doesn't mean we're going to have a nasty, nasty winter. Anyway, what I want to talk about is, let me introduce it this way. I am pretty much a football junkie. I love football. I grew up loving the Green Bay Packers. Of course, you know, being from the Northwest, I'm also a Seattle Seahawks fan. And I lived in Seattle for 6 years. My ex-wife, she used to actually work for the Seahawk doctors. So I got to know a lot of the players. We would have like parties and stuff at different doctors' houses, and we'd go and got to meet all the trainers, and there were like always a few players there as well. Got to know some of them for the Seahawks, and you're gonna have to excuse me. It's like I'm gonna be repeating myself a lot this morning because I ain't awake yet. This is my first mug of coffee. Usually I have two, and this is a fairly good sized mug. 24 ouncer. Strangle on my coffee. So of course I became a Seahawks fan. There's a couple of quotes, a couple of my favorite quotes. One of them, now if you're not a football fan, you can fast forward past this, whatever. But one of my favorite quotes was Mike Singletary, where he's like, he goes, I'm gonna be here all day, baby. I love that kind of party. I love that. God, Kevin, wake up. Jamie, Christmas. Blah, blah, blah. I like that quote. My other favorite one was Richard Sherman, who was a cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks. After the Seahawks beat the Patriots, I am not a Tom Brady fan at all. Not a Patriots fan at all. Not a Belichick fan at all. Just so you know. After one of the favorite quotes, Richard Sherman walks up to Tom Brady and he goes, "You mad, bro? You mad, bro? Yeah, we just beat your ass." So it's, yeah, that was good. Because anytime Brady gets beat, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now I guess he's involved in a great big lawsuit for some, I don't know, LTX or whatever the hell that is. I have no idea. I'm not a financial person. I don't keep up like crypto. Don't ask me what crypto is. I have no idea. You know, all that stuff. I've never paid any attention to it. I've never studied it. I have no idea. I am so in the dark. I am so naive. But you mad, bro? You know, that's kind of what I want to ask the people over in Truckee. Why do you keep attacking us if you're innocent? Just wondering. Why do you keep attacking? Why are you so scared of YouTubers? Why don't you like YouTubers exposing you? And the people like yeah. People in Trinity's case been attacking people, and they were going after Cece online. Why? Need to shut them up. That's what they said. You look at their messages back and forth. We need to find this person to shut them up. Why do you want to shut us up? By the way, you're not. There's way too many of us. You remember my ant analogy in the last video. Oh man. We have an army of ants. We actually have t-shirts that say Kylie's Army that I made. Because we are. Trinity's too. Why are you coming after us like that if you got nothing to hide? All right, you people getting on there and talking shit and talking lies. Absolute lies. Because we have come to find out that all this BS about, oh, we're getting attacked. We had to flee in the middle of the night. That is complete horseshit. It's been proven to be untrue. Nobody has threatened anybody. The only people who've been threatened are YouTubers by this group of people. You mad, bro? Why are you mad? Why you mad? Ain't no reason to shut people up. Ain't no reason to get all excited if you've got nothing to hide. Right? You got nothing to hide, and you don't even pay attention to us. You don't pay any attention to what YouTube says. From what I understand, they finally did getting attacked, at least verbally, because of the lies they were telling. Not because of anything that we said, but because of the way that they were coming after us. And going after Cece. That's what they got attacked about, and they didn't have to flee in the middle of the frickin' night. It's like, you people. One thing I do not like is liars. I do not like unethical people. I don't like cheaters. I don't like liars. I also don't like people who give their kids drugs. Or don't parent them like they should. Who let them run around till all hours of the night. You people are disgusting. You're disgusting. You have no idea how to raise children. Of course, a lot of people that do that are scumbags, so their kids are going to end up being scumbags too. See, that's the problem over there. It's not so much a drug problem as it is a parenting problem. One thing that really pisses me off is I've been watching like all these modern shows. Somebody said, you got to watch Ozark. You got to watch Ozark. Okay. Let me tell you something, man. That's an intense show. I watched the first 4 episodes, and man, my blood pressure. Whoo! That is a very, very intense show. But one of the things that pissed me off yesterday when I was watching it was the way that, was just Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman, is that the he and the other gal that plays his wife, who I do not like. I like her. I just don't like her character in this. I don't like cheaters, number one. The way they let their daughter talk to her, that sure wouldn't have flown at my house. You've been grounded for a year. That's one thing that just drives me crazy, that the way that people let their kids run them nowadays. Look, you're paying their rent, you're feeding them, they're living under your roof. Until they turn 18 and get out on their own and paying their own bills, they need to do what you say. And people that let their kids get away with that, let their kids run them, it just absolutely drives me nuts. Now, I never had kids, but I guarantee you one thing, if I did, they'd be good kids. Or they'd be dead. Joking. No, they would be good kids, though, because I'd raise them right. And I sure as hell wouldn't be taking any crap off a kid I outweigh by 200 pounds. No way. And it just drives me crazy. You go to the store. You go to the store and you see a mom with a kid. And the kid's like, you do that. Excuse me. You do that one more time. The kid does it again. You do that one more time. And the kid does it again. You do that one more time. Now, not only do I want to slap the kid, I want to slap the mom. It just drives me crazy when I see people do stuff. I was at the store. This has been quite a few years ago. But I was at the grocery store, and I started to walk down this one aisle. And this mom was like this, getting ready to, there we go, getting ready to pop her kid on the butt. And she turned around and saw me and just got this look of absolute terror on her face. And I looked at her and I go, hey, you won't have to worry about me. I'll just stand here and cheer you on. And she goes, thank you. Bap, bap, bap. Popped him 3 times on the butt. I don't believe in people not spanking their kids. Now, I'm not talking about beating them, because you don't have to hit them hard. It's the fact. It's just like a pet. Sometimes, even with Copper, when he does things that are, really, really bad, I'll grab him, pop him on the butt. I don't have to hit him hard. They just a light tap, just a light tap. Just no. And you say, oh, you shouldn't do that. You don't put a Copper. Oh, hey, he's my dog. I raise my dog the same way I would raise my kids. They're taught to mind. And if they don't mind, there's consequences. And that's the problem with parents. That's why the woman say, oh, you do that one more time, and he keeps doing it because he knows there's no consequences. I remember we had 3 dogs when we lived in Montana. And my ex-wife, she'd go out there and she'd try to get him to come in the house. She'd let him out at night, whatever. And she'd try to get him to come in the house. And she'd be out there, nee, 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 get in here. And I'm like, and I go, I said, make them mind. I said, neighbors are going to think you're an idiot out there for a half an hour. They don't. All I would have to do is stick my head out the door and go, guys, get in here. And all three of them would come running. See, they did. No, I'm not talking to you, Dudu. No. They knew that with her, they just ignored. They knew there were no consequences because she didn't make a mind. They knew with me, if they didn't comply, there were consequences. So they respected me. One more story. When I was in college, my roommate and I we were at Safeway, which is a grocery store. Most of the Safeways in this area, we used to have a Safeway here. They're all gone now, replaced with Albertsons. But not that that matters. I don't even know why I said that. Anyway, we're in the store, and we're standing in the checkout line. Dennis, my roommate, was behind me, and I was standing there. Just ahead of me was a gal who had a kid that was, you know how people will put their kids in the shopping cart where their legs are sticking out, sticking out the back or whatever, which meant he was facing me, which turned out to be a good thing. Anyway, this kid is just raising bloody hell. And he's like, yeah, no, and he's like reaching. Of course, you know how they have all the impulse items there, and I think that's a lot of reason why they put the impulse items there, because people with kids, the kid will start reaching for stuff and they'll end up buying something just to shut them up. That would have never happened with my parents, let me tell you that. So anyway, this kid is like, just screaming, right? And the mom's like, what do you need? What do you? And Copper's looking at me. And, and it's like, and I just wanted to just strangle that kid, And not literally, of course, but, well, maybe. I definitely wanted to strangle the mom for letting her kid be like that. So this kid's anyway, she's trying to pay for the groceries or whatever, and she's talking with the checker, and the kid's just, raising bloody hell. And just, and finally, that was it. I had enough. It's like, and the mom couldn't see, mom was facing the checker. And I looked at that kid, and I stomped my foot, and I go, stop it. Stop it. No. Stop it. And that kid, it was so funny because that kid was like, yeah. Not another peep from that boy. The rest of the time. He looked at me. I looked at him. He looked at me. I looked at him. And he slid his hands forward and grabbed the handle on the cart, because he's like, this dude about to send me for a ride. He didn't take his eyes off me the whole rest of the time in there. The mom finally looked over at him. She goes, oh, he finally decided to be quiet, huh? You damn Skippy. He didn't take his eyes off me. She went out, took him through the checkout line, down toward the outside door, and turned and went out the door, and he's still like, looking at me. It's what you call old school. We need more old school parenting. Now, this didn't really turn out, or wasn't intended to be the parenting video, but it's kind of the way that, partly the way it's turning out, I guess. Yeah, I've never had kids, but I do know how to raise them, and I know how to make them mine. And I've worked with kids in just about every capacity, coaching baseball, coaching football, coaching basketball, work with them in church, work with them in summer programs, I've worked with kids for years. My kids were always the best behaved kids because they knew I wouldn't take any crap off of them. Now, I couldn't hit them, but you don't have to. I mean, sometimes as a parent, sometimes you do. I mean, the Bible's very clear on that. It says, raise a child in the way he should go, and he will not depart from it. It also says that the rod's not going to kill him. In other words, you spank him, it's not going to kill him. But the new theology today is don't spank your kids. You cause them psychological damage. No, I'll tell you what causes them psychological... See, here's the thing, people. And those of you who've had kids, well, maybe not all of you, but the people who understand realize that kids want boundaries. They want boundaries. It is intuitive. They don't want to just be let go and run free. And so, you people over there who let your kids, I don't care, anywhere, not just Truckee, but anywhere. You let your kids do whatever they want to do. You let them talk back to you. That would never happen with mine. Well, it might happen once. But that'd be all she wrote. I mean, we didn't talk back to Mom and Dad. We didn't even attempt to. Because we knew what would happen. But anyway, I guess back to my original thought. You mad, bro? Why you mad? Why are you coming after us if you've got nothing to hide? If you're totally innocent? And why are you lying? Why are you spreading outright lies, saying that you had to flee in the middle of the night? You know that's a lie. Saying that people are attacking you because of the YouTubers. You are so full of crap. You're so full of crap, your eyes are brown. Yeah, it's lies. Lies, lies, lies. Mentirosos. By the way, you can yap all you want to. You can talk shit all you want to. But you're not going to shut us up. Not going to shut us up. Nope. Not going to happen. Too many of us. And there's too many of us that know, that have inside information, have very detailed information of all the BS that's going on over there. How your law enforcement covers things up. How your law enforcement is in cahoots with the cartels, distributing drugs. We know this. We have people who know, have very, what should I say, inside information on this stuff, very intimate knowledge about your operations over there. We know how you guys are using these grants and how businesses and just a lot of different things that you're using to launder money. We know about it. You shall fool us no more. All right. On the lighter side, I want to tell you a little story. Add a little humor to the pie. Tell you a little story about back when I was a cop, and had this guy that I worked with. last name was Sawyer. He was a county deputy. I worked for city police. He was a county deputy. And he is one of those people. He's ex-military, which I have the utmost respect for military. I don't like it when anybody disses military person, when anybody criticizes military people. Unless they're in the wrong, just like anybody else, you know. But this guy was ex-military, and to tell you what kind of guy he was, he had a German Shepherd named Satan. There's this little fly just driving me nuts. But he had a German Shepherd named Satan, and he actually trained it to kill other animals. Seriously. He didn't like cats, and so if there was a cat came in his yard, he'd tell Satan to sick it, and the dog would go and kill the cat. The guy should not have been in law enforcement. Period. And plus, he had short man syndrome, which made it even worse. He was a real short guy, probably about 5'6", 5'7" at the most. I think probably more 5'6". And he was just, so you know how short people, some short people. You don't want no short people got no more short people got no reason to live. That old song. Anyway, so. This is the kind of guy he was. I don't like him. I thought he was an idiot. Thought he was a jerk. I was cordial to him, like I was all the other people that I worked with. And there were a few that I didn't like. Very few. Most everybody I liked, got along with really well. So anyway, one night, it was, I don't remember what time it was. I don't remember if I was working graveyard or swing shift, but it was toward the latter part of the evening, early part of the morning. I don't remember for sure. Well, anyway, he was over checking some, I guess it was like a packing shed, where they pack fruit or whatever. And he was over there, and he saw a line on, apparently. So he called for backup. So they sent me over there to back him up. So I come pulling up there, and we go inside, and we're kind of, we got our flashlights and stuff, and we see, where the light is and stuff. So anyway, I don't want it to get cold. It's starting to get a little lukewarm, which I don't like. Oh shoot, I need to go check on my breakfast. Be right back. Okay. Yeah, bacon's a little crisp, but it's still edible, barely. So anyway, so we go in this building, and there's a platform, and there's like an office of some kind, and I'm at the corner, and he goes walking down the platform. I'm standing there at the corner, of course I got my gun, and he goes walking down there. The next thing I know, I hear him go, "Freeze!" I'm like, oh, he's got somebody. So I go wandering down down there to back him up. God, it still cracks me up. Ah! So I go down there and I look. There's a guy. It's like an open area, and there's a bed, and there's like a desk or some kind or something. And then there's a toilet, and this guy's sitting on the toilet taking a dump. And Sawyer's got, I think he had like a 44 Magnum, he thought he was Dirty Harry or whatever. And he's like, got his gun on the guy. It's like, what the hell? What is he going to do? Poop on you? Here's this guy sitting there. It's probably a good thing you get a 44 Magnum pulled on you. It's probably a good thing you're sitting on the toilet. So, so the guy's sitting there. All right, the guy's got like light brown hair, blue eyes. I'm sorry, I'm trying. This is so funny every time I think about it. So the guy's sitting there taking a dump, light brown hair, blue eyes. And Sawyer looks at him and he goes, "Do you speak English?" I'm like, dude, I didn't say this, but I'm thinking it. Dude, the guy's got light brown hair and blue eyes. I don't think he's Mexican. And so he goes, "Do you speak English?" And the guy sitting there goes, "Of course I speak English." Oh man, I'm just like I'm just inside. I'm just dying. I'm just like freaking laughing. And of course I speak English. It's like, why in the hell would you ask somebody with light brown hair and blue eyes if they speak English? Now, like I say, the dude was a moron. And so anyway, turns out the guy's like the caretaker there and foreman and stuff like that, and he actually lived there at the packing house. They'd set up actually a little bedroom for him. So anyway, I guess that he ID'd him and had the dispatcher wake the owner up at whatever time of night it was. Woke the owner up and confirmed that this guy was supposed to be there. It's like, well, the guy's got a bed, he's got a desk, and he's got a toilet. And he's on the toilet taking a dump. I would say probably he's supposed to be there. I think I'm going to break it. I mean, can you imagine, like, this guy, so-and-so was arrested for burglary. He broke into a place of business to take a crap. Yeah, that might make America's Dumbest Criminals. I loved that show. That was so funny. That had some of the most stupid people on it. My favorite one was the guy who had those tennis shoes that light up whenever your heel hits the ground. They light up, and he's running from the cops, and they end up catching him. It's night. It's really dark, and the guy and the idiot's like, "How did you guys know where I went?" Gotta be the shoes. Gotta be the shoes. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm going to go scramble me some eggs. I got my hash browns. They're a little bit toasty, too, but they're all right. I don't mind them being like that. Go scramble me some eggs, put a little hot sauce on it, and have me some breakfast with my very crispy bacon. But I still think it's edible. We'll find out. I'm going to eat it anyway. I ain't wasting it. So you don't waste bacon. You don't do it. You don't waste bacon. Do you, Copper? You don't waste bacon, do you? You don't waste it. Hey, you don't waste it. You don't waste bacon, dude. Huh? You don't waste bacon, right? You don't waste bacon, do you, dude? You don't waste it, huh? Huh? All right. So, for those of you who like Copper, you'll enjoy that. For those of you who don't like me showing my dog, tough titty, said the kitty, but the milk sure was good. That's what my dad used to say. So, anyway, I need a great breakfast. I'm going to get this processing. And trying to, there. My cursor, this new mouse that I have, the cursor disappears all the time. I have to click the mouse to get it. Moving the mouse doesn't do it. I have to actually click the mouse. But I like it, though. It's a USB. Everything USB, I don't have to worry about both the keyboard and mouse USB, so I don't have to worry about batteries. And I just charge it every morning when I get up, so while I'm using it. So anyway, you mad, bro? You mad, bro? You mad, bro? Yeah, all you people that don't get on here and lie saying we're doing crap we ain't doing. You didn't have to flee in the middle of the night. Quit lying. Quit lying. It's par for the course for a lot of those people over there. There's a lot of good people, but there's a lot of, just like anywhere else, you got your good people and you got your shitheads. You mad, shithead? So, anyway, I'm going to get this processing so I can try to get it uploaded. And I'm going to go get me some grub. Catch you later.
True crime cowboy. True crime.